Good morning. So embarrassed of vlogging in public, you have no idea. I'm so happy. It's a beautiful day, just arrived, and it was freezing cold in London. It's such lovely weather here, and it's a good idea not to check forecast, because I check forecast. It's supposed to be raining and thunderstorms, but nothing like that. Lovely weather, can't complain. Fascinated by American tourists. They're such characters. They're always carrying these coffee mugs. Every morning I go for a walk and I see American tourists just like saying hello. You can't imagine that in London, not that I'm complaining about it. Probably if I go to Wales, people would be like that. It's actually my first time in Mexico, but I can tell that people are really friendly. Everyone is like super charming and friendly. Food is delicious. You can literally find food for any diet. I actually can't be outside for too long. I need umbrella or SPF 70 because my skin is very delicate. I will melt, honestly. I will have a sunburn in 20 or 30 minutes direct time. That's why I need this hat. It's Seattle hat. I bought it in Seattle. So hopefully American people watching me will appreciate. I bought it there. Seattle is lovely. I like Seattle and Portland. Can't wait to go back there. I also can't wait to go back to Australia. I went to Australia, to Sydney and Melbourne just before lockdown happened, and I really enjoyed it, so I can't wait to go there. And I want to go to Canada as well, so maybe this year I will go to Canada instead of the US. I was reading comments this morning, and two of them particularly stuck. One about the guy who said, "I'm working against Russia." It's like a direct translation, and I'm not working against Russia or anything. It's like another comment that was, "I work for MI6 and they weaponize immigrants," something like that, which is such a nonsense. And I don't say bad things about Russia, I'm just stating the obvious facts. Everyone knows about LGBTQ+ issues. I know they were slightly highlighted by heated rivalry. That's why I'm happy that people talk about it now. People knew that after 2010 things get significantly worse, even in big cities like Moscow, St. Petersburg. There's no gay club in Russia now. It used to be many gay clubs in Moscow or St. Petersburg. There were gay saunas. I don't think they exist anymore, so hopefully things will change. I see many of your comments about the situation getting worse in the US. Canada seems to be alright, so let me know what you think about things happening in the world, because I didn't know many stuff about the US, so I'm happy to read your comments. Russia is making people to report if they have a passport from a different state or if they have residence permit for a different country. I'm really curious how this is going to play out. And if you didn't report it, then you might get a criminal record. So yeah, things are getting tougher and sour. One thing I enjoy is going outside of the resort to the city, and Mexico exceeded my expectation. I really enjoyed this small little area in Cancun. It's actually 1 hour away from Cancun, and people are so cheerful. I met many nice people at the beach. Enjoyed shopping there as well. Made some souvenirs, and then so many restaurants and cafe, many Western shops, and obviously Starbucks. You can't not go to the Starbucks abroad. I'm not a life coach in any way, shape or form, but I receive many messages what to do if I'm in a really troubled place right now, unhappy with life, or I don't have money, I don't have anything. And I would give two pieces of advice. First of all is to go to therapy. I started my therapy when I was 25, 24. I wish I would do it when I was younger. So therapy helped me massively, because I go to therapy still once a week, and then you just feel a different person after therapy. You don't have this troubled brain after. It's like you go into the confession mode, and then you talk about important stuff. And I also plan every therapy session, so I know exactly what I'll be talking about to my therapist. When I started therapy as well, I had trouble with my work, I had trouble with my family, I had trouble with accepting myself as a gay man. I tried to work on these blocks, so to say. So I first unlocked the self-acceptance, gay issues, then progressed into work, and only then progressed into family, because family and very complicated relationship with my family troubled me less than other things. And the second piece of advice is get education or make a career. If you have a career, you're more stable in life. It doesn't mean that you can't do basic jobs. You still learn a lot. Even today, bartender or coffee shop person, they learn so much on their job, more than they learn in the university. So yeah, I would suggest to think about your career, work on yourself. If you feel overwhelmed, I usually structure stuff. So with my work, I know I have so many projects, so many things to do. So I just divide it into like, okay, now I'm working on this project. I need to do this, this, this. And I create a checklist. The same for relationship, the same for traveling. And it helps me a lot. But yeah, I do believe in hard work, and I wouldn't be here without working really hard, getting education, investing my time and effort into it. I worked, when I was in America, I worked so much, 15, 17 hours a day, because I understood I need to know everything about my work and become better at this. It's not because I was bottling up my feelings and work was a distraction, partly yes, but also because I understand that job gives you that satisfaction in life, security as well. And for me, security is very important. That's why I'm proud of my career and that I have a job. Also, I know it's very cliche, but Americans like to say sky is your limit. 10 years ago, I wouldn't imagine my life now. I wouldn't imagine I'd be living abroad. I'd be having a job in a corporate environment, and I'll be traveling the world as well. So you never know what's going to happen. That's why if you are in a dark place now, or you're not happy with your life, career, work, whatever, it's all temporary. It's going to change. It all depends on you. My sister is not happy in her relationship. She's not happy with life. And I'm always saying to her, I'm happy to support you. I'm happy to provide some money. But at the same time, if you don't take any action, things will not change. And again, sounds very cliche, I know, but I do believe in this. It depends on your action. So, and then you need a strategy. Like, I'm not happy with my work, for example. Then I would learn some stuff. I would go on a course. I will get some network in the industry that I want to go to. I would talk to people who work in this industry. Or you can just like copy someone. You can see your friend works in finance, or your friend works in, I don't know, design. And then you can just talk to him, ask him how he is here right now, what did he do exactly, and copy his steps. Or you start with internship level. So yes, growing up, I quickly realized that a lot of stuff depends on me, and I need to make the right decision. And if I'm not happy with something, I need to make a full plan and be patient, because UK universities are ridiculously expensive for international students. So it took me more than 5 years of savings to save up money for the UK university. And bear in mind, I was already working in the West. So it took me a lot of time to save for it, to make everything by the book, and then to have a structural plan, how I would go to the university, what subject I would study, how I would use my degree. It's very important. That's why you need to have a plan, a certain trajectory, where you now and where you want to be and what steps you can take for it. Not too bad for a Blue Monday, isn't it? So many of my friends now are depressed because it's really terrible weather in the UK. It's cold, rainy. It was -2 last week, so happy I managed to get on this vacation. Really should do it more, because I genuinely go on this all package holiday once a year, but it makes such a difference. So if you have an opportunity, please take time off your job. In my previous company, the maximum amount of days off, I only had 3 or 4 days, and I had to constantly check my emails. Now I still check my emails, still check work stuff on holiday, but try to be more present, and I'm enjoying it. I hope you enjoy my small travel video, my vacation. I'll try to make more videos about this as well, because I go to different countries. I've well traveled, I've been to so many countries. So happy to take you with me. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. See you in other videos. Bye.